How's everyone doing, my aristocrats? Welcome back to another long form video. And I'm coming back at you after a long time because I've been on vacation, but now I'm finally back. So I'm back in the game. I'm going to be more active with the channel and more active with the server now that I'm back. So the trip was really a good way to clear my head and to get everything in order. So now I'm going to be back with y'all. Coaching's going to start up again. So if anybody has any inquiries or if anybody wants to make any coaching calls, you contact me right away. As I said, coaching is completely free. Trying to provide the best service possible for the people out there. So, got to make it accessible for you guys. So, that being said, getting back into the topic of this video, unfortunately, I relapsed. Unfortunately. So, I relapsed twice ever since vacation. I don't know. But, as a result, I'm feeling a little bit drained today, but I still went to the gym. I still knocked out a bunch of stuff that I had to do today. So, I mean, I'm pretty happy with that. But before that, I was on a 128-day streak. And let me tell you, within that 128 days, there was so much change. There was so much about me that changed. There was so much that just felt different. I felt like a better communicator. I felt like a more energetic person, even if that energy was getting a little bit stagnant towards the end. But overall, it was a very good streak, and I'm looking forward to making this streak that I'm on right now even longer. Day 2 right now, so we'll see what happens. But today I'm going to be telling you guys a little bit about what this 128-day streak was like. So one of the first things that I'll tell you guys about is that the energy level just felt amazing. So the thing is that towards the end of the streak, yeah, I was feeling a little bit stagnant, but that wasn't because of anything with NoFap. That was because of the fact that I had a lot of end of semester stress. I had a lot of stuff that I was dealing with towards the end of the semester. So I was working, both at my job and my school. But then after all that stuff was over, then it was just kind of like on a break mode. But I was still kind of going through the same routine every single day up until like a couple of days before vacation. So the energy kind of felt a little bit stagnant because at this point I was doing the same exact thing for like 9 or 10 months. And so, after a little bit, you just kind of feel that need to switch it up a little bit. So that's what I was feeling. So basically, I was feeling a little bit stagnant, but vacation really helped me out with that. It kind of got my head back in the right place. But then I relapsed, and then it kind of made things a little worse. But I'll be all right. Just give it a couple of days. Day 2 now, as I said. But sometimes what you need is that change of environment. You just need that change of environment to get your head out of whatever you're going through right now. You need to go somewhere new, explore somewhere new, try something different, and you'll just be all ready and set to go. But that's one of the things that I was feeling towards the end of the streak, and I don't really attribute that to NoFap itself because I've been on a 160-day streak before and I did not feel any kind of stagnation. But secondly, though, one of the other things that you'll start to notice is that you become a lot more coherent. Like the way that I'm speaking to you guys right now, I don't think that I would have been able to speak to you guys like this at the very, very beginning of my channel. Because towards the very beginning, I was not very coherent on camera. I was always stuttering. I was always kind of looking for new words to say. I was looking for this, that, and the other thing. I don't know. But now I feel like I'm a little bit more coherent and I'm able to form sentences a little bit better. And I feel like I'm just a better orator overall. And I feel like NoFap has been doing wonders in that because it offers you mental clarity. Once your mind is clear and you're not thinking about lust, you're not thinking about porn, you're not thinking about any of that kind of stuff, you just become so much more clear, both in your thoughts and in the way you speak. So the way that I'm speaking to you guys right now, I don't think that I would have been able to do that at the beginning of my channel. So that already shows a lot of progress has been made. So for those of you who are just starting out in your NoFap streaks, for those of you who just got onto NoFap as a concept and such, highly recommended and stuff. And this video is kind of about those 128-day benefits and stuff like that. So I hope you guys take something good from this video. But that was another thing that I wanted to bring up. And the last thing and the most important thing that I'm going to bring up to you guys is the fact that once you make it so far on NoFap, like once you get past like, even when you get past like day 10 or day 20 or whatever else, you don't have that level of shame kind of hanging over you when you were relapsing. Everybody here who knows about relapsing and watching porn and stuff like that, you all know what I'm talking about. Because, as I said, despite the fact that I was never really a porn addict, I would still fap all the time when I was younger. And the thing is, though, that even without the porn, you still feel a certain level of shame afterwards because it's like, wow, I just imagined having sex with that person, or I just imagined doing this, that, and the other thing with that person, but I don't think I could do it in real life, or like I'm not attractive enough for that, and I was, you know what, I was just talking about this with a friend earlier today. We were talking about some of the effects of porn because I'm trying to get him into weaning off of it as well. Basically, what we were discussing was how porn is basically cuckoldry. I was telling him that porn is cuckoldry because think about it conceptually. You're watching somebody else have sex with somebody that you find attractive. If that's not cuckoldry, I don't know what is. So think about it like that. Meditate on that. And I think that once you start thinking about it like that, and once you ingrain that in your psyche, then you stop watching porn. I think that's the key to stopping porn usage, honestly, because once people start to see, hey, wait a minute, this is actually kind of cucked, you'll stop doing it. Now, me, I have used it a couple times, not recently, a very long time ago, but it was just never really integral in whenever I used to fap and do all that kind of stuff because for me, it was always just my imagination. So I guess it was a little bit better for me, but I mean, I was still feeling a lot of the same effects of of fapping and stuff because I've discussed this in previous videos as well. But I can't believe that I went throughout life like that. I can't believe that I went throughout life when I was a teenager and stuff fapping almost every single day because as I've said in previous videos, when you fap, your brain releases prolactin, which is the chemical that serves as like a kind of reward. It's like, oh yeah, I did my biological duty and reproduced. Because the subconscious mind doesn't know whether you masturbated or you reproduce. It just knows that you ejaculated. And so it associates that with reproduction. And thus, when that happens, your brain produces prolactin. And prolactin is a kind of chemical that makes you a little bit lazier and stuff and saying like, oh yeah, we can relax now because we fulfilled our biological duty. But you don't want that to happen. You don't want to keep producing prolactin because it makes you lazy. So typically when you ejaculate, your body produces increased levels of prolactin for about 2 to 3 days afterwards. So that's why you'll start feeling a little bit lazy during a relapse, or like for 3 days after a relapse, 2 to 3 days after a relapse. For me, sometimes it's 2, sometimes it's 3, but either way, you don't want to feel like that. That's for certain. So yeah, that being said, that's going to be it for this video. And hope y'all have a great day. And I'm going to see you all on the next one. Peace.